There is a question that has been living quietly inside you for a very long time, a question you may have never spoken aloud, but that you have felt in the silence between your thoughts, in the moments when you looked at your life and wondered if this is really all there is, if the abundance you sense somewhere just beyond your reach is truly meant for you or only for others. And that question, the one your heart has been whispering to you through every challenge and every limitation and every moment of quiet longing, is this: am I allowed to be rich? Am I truly allowed to be abundant? Do I deserve to have a life overflowing with prosperity and ease and financial freedom and all the beautiful things that wealth can bring? And I want you to stay with that question for just a moment, not to answer it yet, but simply to feel it, to acknowledge that it is there, that it has always been there, and to know that the fact that you are here right now, listening to this message, is not an accident. It is not coincidence. It is not random. You are guided here, my dear, by the very same intelligence that turns seeds into forests and calls the sun to rise each morning without fail. And that intelligence has brought you here today because it is time. It is finally time for you to hear the answer, the real answer. The answer that will dissolve every limiting belief you have ever carried about money and about your own worth and about what you are allowed to receive. And that answer, which we will arrive at together by the end of this journey, will change everything. It will shift the ground beneath your feet, and it will open a door inside you that has been closed for far too long, and you will walk through that door into a new life, a life of genuine abundance, of flowing prosperity, of deep financial peace. And you will wonder how you ever believed anything less was possible for you. And before we begin, I want to invite you to take a breath, a real breath, a long, slow, nourishing breath that you draw all the way down into your belly, breathing in possibility, breathing in openness, breathing in the energy of abundance itself. And if this message already speaks to your heart, if you already feel that something is shifting, please take a moment right now to subscribe to this channel and to click the bell so that you receive every message that is created for you with love, because you deserve to have a daily sanctuary and a place you can return to every single morning to fill yourself with the energy of prosperity and faith and transformation. And now, beloved, let us begin. You are living in a universe of infinite abundance, and I want you to really hear that word: infinite, not limited, not scarce, not doled out in small, careful portions to a select few, but infinite, limitless, overflowing. A universe so staggeringly rich that there are more stars in the sky than grains of sand on every beach on Earth. A universe where the ocean gives itself endlessly to every shore and asks nothing in return. Where the sun rises every morning and pours its light and its warmth over every living thing without reservation, without calculation, without withholding anything from anyone. And this universe, this infinitely generous and infinitely abundant universe, it is your home. You were born into it. You are made of it. You are an expression of it. And the abundance that fills every corner of the cosmos is not separate from you. It is not outside of you. It is not something you must fight for or earn through suffering or prove yourself worthy of receiving. It is your birthright. It is the very nature of the reality you inhabit. And yet somewhere along the way, somewhere in the story of your life, you were taught something different. You were taught that money is hard to come by, that wealth is for other people, that wanting more is greedy, that struggling is noble, that there is never quite enough. And these teachings, these stories, these patterns of thought that were handed to you by people who were themselves living in the energy of scarcity, these are not the truth. They are beliefs. And beliefs, as Louise taught with such extraordinary clarity and compassion, are simply thoughts. that we have thought so many times they begin to feel like facts. And the magnificent truth is that thoughts can be changed, beliefs can be released, new patterns can be planted in the garden of the mind. And when new thoughts take root, when new beliefs grow strong, the outer world, that faithful mirror of the inner world, begins to change, and prosperity begins to flow, and doors begin to open, and opportunities begin to appear, and money, that neutral and completely responsive energy, begins to move toward you rather than away from you, because you have changed your relationship with it at the level of your deepest beliefs. And this, my love, is exactly what we are doing together right now. Let us breathe together for a moment, in a soft and gentle breath in through the nose, feeling the air as golden light filling your chest, and a slow release through the mouth, letting go of any tightness, any anxiety about money, any old familiar fear of lack, just letting it dissolve on this breath. And again, breathing in, this time breathing in the simple but revolutionary truth that I am a magnet for abundance. I am a magnet for abundance. Feel those words in your body. Let them land not just in your mind, but in your cells. I am a magnet for abundance. And this is not wishful thinking. This is not pretending. This is an alignment with the deepest truth of who you are, a truth that has been waiting for you to claim it, a truth that the universe has been holding for you all this time while you were busy believing the smaller story. And today, right here, right now, you are choosing the bigger story. You are choosing the truth. And that choice is the beginning of everything. I want to speak to you about the energy of money, because there is so much confusion and so much emotional charge around this subject. And Louise Hay was extraordinary in her ability to address this with both honesty and compassion. She understood that for many people, money carries a weight of shame and guilt and fear and inadequacy, that the mere subject of finances can trigger some of the most painful and deeply buried beliefs a person carries. Beliefs like, I am not smart enough to be wealthy, or people like me don't get rich, or money is the root of all evil, or I don't deserve to have more than I have. And she understood that these beliefs, wherever they came from, whatever experiences first gave birth to them, are not serving you, they are not protecting you, they are simply keeping you in a pattern that does not reflect your true potential or your true worth. And the first step to changing your financial reality is not to make more money or find a better job or invest in the right thing. The first step, the foundational step, the step without which all other steps are built on sand, is to change your relationship with money at the level of feeling, to begin to feel about money the way you want to feel, to practice the emotion of abundance before the evidence of abundance has arrived. Because this is how the law of attraction actually works. Not as a vending machine that dispenses what you ask for, but as a resonance principle that brings you more of whatever you are most consistently and deeply feeling. And when you feel abundant, when you genuinely feel wealthy in spirit, even before you are wealthy in your bank account, you align yourself with the frequency of abundance, and abundance, which is always present, which is always available, which is always looking for channels through which to flow, rushes toward that alignment, and the outer world begins to change. And so let us practice this now. Let us begin to feel wealthy now, not tomorrow when the money arrives, not someday when the circumstances change, but right now, in this body, in this breath, in this moment. And I want you to begin by recognizing all the ways in which you are already abundant. Because abundance is not only about money, it is about life itself. And you are surrounded by abundance in forms you may have stopped noticing because you were so focused on the lack. And so look right now at the breath in your body, the extraordinary, effortless abundance of oxygen that is freely available to you with every inhale. You didn't earn it. You didn't pay for it. It is simply given, endlessly and generously. and the light that falls on you wherever you are, the warmth of it, the way it transforms everything. It touches into something luminous and alive, given freely without condition, and the beating of your heart, that faithful, miraculous muscle that has been pumping life through your veins every moment of every day since before you were born, given to you, freely, as your inheritance as a living being. And when you begin to see these things, when you begin to recognize the extraordinary abundance that already permeates your existence, something shifts in your energy, a softening, an opening, and a quiet sense of wealth that begins to spread through you like warmth. And from this place, from this foundation of recognized abundance, the financial abundance that you desire has something to attach to. It finds its home in a consciousness that already knows itself as wealthy. And it comes, it flows, it arrives, because abundance always seeks an abundant consciousness. I am rich in all areas of my life. Say this now, breathe it in. I am rich in all areas of my life. And let yourself feel the expansion of those words, not the contraction of doubt, but the expansion of truth. I am rich in all areas of my life. And this richness that I feel in my spirit and in my heart and in my gratitude is now extending into my financial reality. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Feel this, and believe this, know this. Because the feeling is the prayer. The feeling is the instruction you are giving to the universe, and the universe, that perfectly responsive and endlessly generous intelligence, is always, always listening. I want to take you now on a journey, a beautiful inner journey that will help you to release the old and open to the new. And I want you to close your eyes if you can. And I want you to take a long, slow breath. And I want you to imagine that you are standing at the edge of a golden field. It is early morning. The sun is just rising on the horizon, and the sky is painted in the most extraordinary shades of amber and rose and deep golden light. And the field stretches before you as far as you can see. A field of golden wheat swaying gently in the morning breeze. And you know as you stand there that this field is yours. Every grain of wheat in this vast and beautiful field belongs to you. It is the harvest of your life. It is the abundance that the universe has been growing for you. And as you stand at the edge of this field, you feel something letting go inside you. A tightness that has lived in your chest for so long. You had forgotten it was there. A holding, a bracing, a breath that you never fully released. And on this beautiful golden morning, you release it. You breathe it all the way out. Every fear about money, every belief that there is not enough, every story about why wealth is not for you, every memory of struggle and lack and scarcity. You breathe it all out into the golden morning air, and you watch it dissolve like morning mist in sunlight, gently, completely, without resistance. And you breathe in instead the golden light of this extraordinary morning. You breathe in the abundance of this field. You breathe in the knowing that this harvest is yours, that it has always been yours, that the universe has been growing it for you with perfect care and perfect love. And you take a step forward into the field, and as your feet touch the earth, you feel a warmth rising through the soles of your feet, the warmth of the earth itself, the warmth of a planet that is so extraordinarily rich and so endlessly generous that it grows food from nothing but seed and sunlight and water. A planet that produces beauty in such overwhelming quantities that you could spend your entire life walking through forests and oceans and mountains and never reach the end of its gifts. And this earth, this generous and abundant earth, that is where you live, and its abundance is your abundance. Its generosity is your inheritance. And you stand in this golden field, in this golden morning, and you say, from the very depths of your being, I am abundant, I am prosperous, I am wealthy, I am open to receive all the good that life has for me. and the golden light wraps around you like a warm embrace. And you absolutely know, that everything is changing. And if you are feeling this shift right now, if something is moving inside you as you receive these words, I want to invite you to write in the comments below the words, "I am ready for abundance." Write it as a declaration, as a commitment, as a signal to the universe that you are opening to receive. Because there is power in declaration. There is power in the written word. And every person who reads your words in the comments will be uplifted by them and strengthened in their own journey toward abundance. And you will be part of a beautiful ripple of prosperity energy spreading through this community and outward into the world. Now let us speak about the specific beliefs that keep people locked in patterns of financial struggle. Because Louise Hay was a master at identifying these beliefs with such precision and such compassion. And I want to walk through some of them with you today, because one of them, perhaps more than one of them, may be living in your consciousness right now, quietly and invisibly shaping your financial reality in ways you haven't yet recognized. And the first and perhaps most common belief is the belief that money is hard to come by, that wealth requires extraordinary effort and struggle and sacrifice, that if you are not suffering for your income, you are somehow doing something wrong. And this belief, which comes from watching hardworking people around us exhaust themselves in the pursuit of financial security, creates an energetic pattern that says abundance only comes through difficulty. And so the universe, that faithful mirror, reflects this belief back in the form of difficult circumstances, obstacles to income, money that seems to disappear as fast as it arrives, because the subconscious belief is that this is how money works. It is hard, and so it is hard. And the healing of this belief begins with a new thought, a thought that is perhaps uncomfortable at first because it runs so counter to the narrative, and that thought is, money flows to me easily, and money comes to me through multiple channels. Abundance is natural and effortless for me. And I know that right now some part of you might want to push back on this, might want to say, but that's not realistic. That's not my experience. And I want to meet that part of you with compassion and say, I understand. I understand that your experience has been different. I understand that money has felt hard and that the struggle has been real. And at the same time, I want to gently point out that your experience has been the reflection of your belief, not the proof of an immutable truth. And you can choose a new belief. You can practice a new thought. You can water a new seed in the garden of your mind. And as that new thought takes root and grows strong, your experience will change because it must. Because the inner always creates the outer. So always, without exception, without fail. The second belief I want to address is the belief that wealth is for other people, that there is a certain type of person who gets to be rich, and you are simply not that type. Perhaps you grew up in a family that didn't have much. Perhaps everyone you knew struggled financially, and wealth seemed like something that happened in another world to different kinds of people. Perhaps you have tried to improve your finances and been disappointed enough times that the belief has calcified into a kind of resigned certainty. It just doesn't happen for me. And I want you to hear this very clearly, my love. This is a story. It is only and entirely a story. It is not the truth about you. It is not written in the fabric of reality. It is not your destiny or your fate or your inheritance. And it is a thought pattern, a neural groove that has been worn deep by repetition. And neural grooves can be changed. Thought patterns can be transformed. Stories can be rewritten. And the new story, the true story, the story that aligns with who you really are, as an expression of an infinitely abundant universe, is this. I am worthy of wealth. I am worthy of financial abundance. Prosperity is my birthright, and I claim it now, I claim it now, I claim it now. And the third belief perhaps the most insidious of all, is the belief that wanting money is somehow spiritually wrong, that desiring wealth makes you greedy or shallow or materialistic, that truly spiritual people should be above the concerns of money, that there is virtue in poverty and vice in abundance. And this belief, which masquerades as spiritual wisdom, it is in fact one of the most damaging blocks to prosperity that exists, because it creates an internal conflict where your desire for abundance is constantly warring with your sense of spiritual identity. And in that war, neither side wins, and you remain stuck. And so I want to offer you a different perspective, a perspective that Louise Hay embodied so beautifully throughout her life. And that is this: money is a neutral energy. It is neither good nor bad. It is simply a form of energy that responds to consciousness. And when it flows to conscious, loving, generous souls, it does extraordinary good in the world. It creates beauty and healing and opportunity. It supports families and funds dreams and enables acts of generosity that change lives, and wanting that energy, yet wanting to have more of it so that you can live more fully and give more generously and create more good in the world, is not greed. It is wisdom. It is alignment. It is the intelligent recognition that you are more useful to yourself and to others when you are prosperous than when you are struggling. And you can be deeply spiritual and deeply abundant at the same time. In fact, the truest spirituality embraces abundance as a natural expression of the infinite goodness of the universe. And so you can release, right now, any guilt or shame around your desire for wealth. You can say, I release all guilt about wanting abundance. I release all shame about desiring prosperity. I know that my wealth will be a force for good in my life and in the world. And I welcome it with open arms and a grateful heart. And I welcome wealth into my life with gratitude and joy. Breathe this in. I welcome wealth into my life with gratitude and joy. And feel the opening of those words, the receptivity in them, the permission. I welcome wealth into my life with gratitude and joy. And money is a wonderful thing when it flows through loving and conscious hands. And I am exactly that. I am a loving and conscious channel for prosperity, and money loves flowing through me, and I use it wisely and joyfully and generously, and the more that flows through me, the more good I can do in this world. Let us now speak about the morning practice that can truly and genuinely transform your financial reality. Because if there is one thing that Louise Hay demonstrated through both her teaching and her extraordinary life, it is the transformative power of daily practice. So of consistently and intentionally directing your thoughts and your feelings in the direction of what you want to create. And the morning is the most powerful time to do this, because in those first soft moments after waking, before the business of the day has engaged your analytical mind, before the to-do list has asserted itself and the emails have arrived and the world has made its demands, in that liminal space of gentle wakefulness, your subconscious mind is most open, most receptive, most available to receive new programming. And if you use that sacred window of time to fill yourself with abundance energy, with prosperity affirmations, with the feeling of wealth, with the visualization of your richest, most beautiful life, you send your whole day forward on a frequency of abundance. You set the tone, but you establish the energetic baseline from which everything else will unfold. And this is not complicated, and it does not need to take a long time. It simply requires intention and consistency, the intention to begin each day in the energy of abundance, rather than in the energy of worry or lack or anxiety. The intention to be the first thing your own mind hears in the morning is the voice of love and prosperity and possibility, rather than the voice of fear, and the consistency to do this day after day, not just when you feel like it, but as a commitment to your own transformation, as an act of self-love and self-respect and faith in your own ability to create a beautiful and abundant life. I attract prosperity in everything I do. Say this, feel this. I attract prosperity in everything I do. And as you move through your day to day, so whatever you are doing, working or cooking or driving or sitting quietly, carry this frequency with you. Carry the feeling of someone who attracts prosperity, someone who lives in abundance, someone for whom wealth flows naturally and easily. And notice what happens. Notice the small shifts, the unexpected ideas, the surprising opportunities, the moments of grace and synchronicity that begin to appear when you are living on this frequency. Because they will come. They always come. And when they do, receive them with gratitude. Because gratitude is the frequency that says to the universe, yes, more of this please. I see it. I appreciate it. I am open for more. And the universe, always responsive, always generous, always looking for abundance-aligned consciousness to pour its gifts into, will give you more. And I want to guide you now into a deeper visualization, a deeper experience of the abundant reality that is available to you. And I want you to take a breath, a slow and deliberate breath. And I want you to close your eyes and imagine yourself 6 months from now. Not the you who worries about money, not the you who checks the bank account with dread, but the you who has made the shift, the you who has committed to this daily practice of abundance thinking and has watched, with wonder and with gratitude, as the financial reality has begun to change. And I want you to see this future version of yourself clearly. See yourself waking up in the morning with a feeling of financial ease, a quiet but powerful knowing that your needs are not only met but exceeded, that money is flowing to you through channels you didn't even anticipate, that your bank account reflects the prosperity energy that you have been cultivating, and see yourself going about your day with a lightness, a freedom, a sense of possibility that comes from financial security. See the decisions you make differently when you are not making them from a place of fear or lack, but from a place of abundance and choice. See the generosity that flows naturally from you when you have enough and more than enough. See the joy of being able to give freely, to tip generously, to support the causes you care about, to help the people you love, to invest in your own growth and your own dreams, without the constant anxiety of not enough. And feel this, really feel it. Let the feeling of this future reality be present in your body right now. Shall let it warm your chest and relax your shoulders, and soften your face into a quiet smile. Because this future is not a fantasy, it is a possibility. And the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be is built one thought at a time, one feeling at a time, one morning practice at a time, and you have already begun. And if this vision of your abundant future feels real to you, if something in your body said yes when you visualized it, please give this video a like right now. That simple action is an act of alignment. It is you saying yes to abundance, yes to prosperity, yes to the new life that is available to you. And share this video with someone in your life who needs to hear this message. Because the gift of abundance consciousness is one of the most loving things you can offer another person. And you will be contributing to the ripple of prosperity that is expanding through this community and through the world. Let us talk now about the specific language of abundance. Because words are not just sounds or symbols. They are energetic frequencies. They carry vibration. And the words you speak and think about money are constantly programming your subconscious mind and sending signals to the universe about your relationship with prosperity. And many people, without realizing it, are constantly speaking and thinking in the language of lack, saying things like, I can't afford this, money is tight, I never have enough, I'm broke. And each of these phrases, however ordinary and understandable they may be, is an affirmation. It is a declaration to the universe. It is a reinforcement of the pattern of lack. And Louise Hay's revolutionary contribution to personal development was to show us that we can choose different words, we can practice different language, we can gradually and deliberately replace the vocabulary of scarcity with the vocabulary of abundance. And this is not denial. It is not pretending that your current financial situation is different from what it is. It is the conscious choice to focus on what you want to create rather than on what you want to move away from. It is planting the seed of the harvest you want rather than watering the weeds of what you don't want. And so beginning today, beginning right now, I want to invite you to practice new language about money. Instead of "I can't afford this," try "I choose to invest my money differently right now." Or "This is not my priority at this moment." Instead of "I never have enough," can try "Money always comes to me when I need it." Instead of "I'm broke," try "I am in the process of building my financial abundance," and feel the difference in energy between these two sets of phrases. Feel how the first set closes you down, tightens your chest, reinforces the feeling of lack, and feel how the second set opens something, creates a tiny but real sense of possibility, plants a seed in a direction you want to grow, and seeds, tended with consistency and love, always grow. I release all limiting beliefs about money. Breathe this in. I release all limiting beliefs about money. And they dissolve now, easily and completely. Every thought that said there is not enough, every belief that said wealth is not for me, every story that said I have to struggle, every inherited pattern of scarcity and fear. So I release it all with love and without resistance. It served its purpose. It was my teacher. And now I am ready for a new lesson, the lesson of abundance, the lesson of ease, the lesson of prosperity that flows like water to a thirsty earth. And I am ready. I am so ready. And now I want to speak to you about the role of gratitude in manifesting financial abundance, because this is a principle that Louise Hay returned to again and again with great conviction and great joy. The principle that gratitude is the most powerful force for attraction in the universe, that a grateful heart is a magnetic heart, that appreciation and thankfulness create an energetic state that is perfectly aligned with abundance. And this makes sense when you feel into it, because when you are genuinely grateful, and when you look at your life and you feel real appreciation for what you have, you are vibrating in the energy of enough. You are sending a signal that says there is good here, there is beauty here, there is richness here. And the universe, always responsive, always building on what you are already experiencing, says yes and brings you more of the same energy, more good, more beauty, more richness, in forms that may look like money or opportunity or unexpected blessings or the right people arriving in your life at exactly the right moment. And so the practice of gratitude is not a soft and optional add-on to your abundance journey. It is the engine of it. It is the soil in which prosperity grows. And I want to invite you to begin a daily practice, if you haven't already, just of listing the things in your life that you are genuinely grateful for, not as a forced exercise, but as a real and heartfelt recognition of the good that already exists in your reality. Starting with the big things, your health, your loved ones, the roof over your head, and moving into the smaller things, the warmth of your morning drink, the sound of birds outside your window, the way light falls on a particular surface, the smell of rain on warm earth. And as you do this practice, as you train your attention to find the good, something extraordinary begins to happen. You begin to see abundance everywhere, because abundance is everywhere. It was always there. You were simply not trained to see it. And as you see it, you call in more of it. And gratitude becomes not just a practice, but a way of being, a lens through which you see a world overflowing with gifts. And from that lens, my love, the financial abundance you desire is not far away at all. I am grateful for the abundance that flows through my life right now. Say this, mean it, feel it. I am grateful for the abundance that flows through my life right now, and breathe in the warmth of that gratitude. Let it fill your chest like golden light. Let it soften every tight place inside you. Let it open you to receive more of what you are already grateful for. Because this is the law. This is how it works. This is the physics of consciousness and attraction. Gratitude creates the opening through which more good enters. And you are standing in that opening right now. You are open, you are receptive, you are grateful, and abundance is flowing toward you with every breath. I want to offer you now a practice that you can use every single morning to set your financial frequency for the day. A practice so simple and so powerful that if you commit to it for just 30 days, you will begin to see changes in your financial reality that will astonish you. And this practice is this. Every morning, before you check your phone or your emails or your bank account, before you engage with the news or the demands of the day, take 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and speak your abundance affirmations out loud, not in your head, but with your actual voice. Because the spoken word carries a vibration that the internal thought does not. And I want you to say with conviction and with feeling, I am rich and abundant. I am rich and abundant. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly from multiple sources. I am a magnet for wealth and prosperity. I am grateful for the financial abundance in my life. Everything I touch turns to gold. Opportunities for wealth come to me easily and naturally. I am worthy of great financial abundance. I am open to receiving more money than I have ever had before. My income is constantly increasing. I have more than enough for everything I need and want. I am financially free. I am financially free. I am financially free. And as you say these words each morning, as you feel into them, as you let them shift your energy from the moment you wake up, you are reprogramming your subconscious mind. You are replacing the old patterns of scarcity with new patterns of abundance. And this reprogramming, done consistently over time, changes everything. It changes the way you think and feel about money. And as your inner relationship with money changes, your outer financial reality changes with it, because the outer always follows the inner. And if you want to receive this kind of abundance energy every single day, I want to remind you right now to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and to choose the bell notification so that you never miss a morning message, because consistency is the key. And having a daily source of abundance programming is one of the most powerful investments you can make in your own financial future. And while you are at it, leave a comment right now with the words, I trust the universe. Because that trust, that deep and abiding trust, suggests that the universe is on your side, that it wants you to prosper, that it is working in your favor, is the foundation upon which all lasting abundance is built. And I trust the universe to provide for me in magnificent ways. Breathe this in. I trust the universe to provide for me in magnificent ways, and feel the relief of those words, the letting go that they invite, because trust means you don't have to figure it all out. Trust means you don't have to force and strain and worry. Trust means you can relax into the flow of life and know that what you need will come to you at exactly the right moment, in exactly the right form. And this trust is not passive. It is not resignation. It is the most active and powerful stance available to you, because it clears the channel. It removes the block of fear and doubt and worry that has been preventing the flow of abundance from reaching you. And in that cleared channel, that prosperity flows freely and generously, and with such grace that you will find yourself saying, again and again, how did I not know this was available to me? How did I live so long with less than I deserve? Let me speak now about the practical side of abundance consciousness, because spirituality and practicality are not opposites, they are partners. And true abundance thinking does not mean sitting in meditation, waiting for money to fall from the sky. It means being awake and alert to the opportunities that the universe places in your path. It means trusting your intuition when it points you in a new direction. It means taking inspired action, meaning action that feels right and aligned rather than forced and fearful. It means being open to new income streams and new ideas and new collaborations that come from unexpected places. And it means developing what Louise called prosperity consciousness, which is not just about thinking positively about money, but about genuinely coming to believe at the deepest level that you are a person who creates and attracts wealth, that prosperity follows you, that everything you put your hands and your heart and your intention to has the potential to flourish. And from this consciousness, from this identity of someone who is naturally abundant, the practical steps toward financial improvement become not a desperate scramble, but a joyful unfolding. Each action taken from a place of strength rather than fear. Each investment made from a place of trust rather than anxiety. Each decision a reflection of someone who knows their own worth and expects good outcomes, because that is simply who they are. And this is who you are becoming, right now, with every breath, with every affirmation, with every choice to believe in your own abundance rather than the story of your lack. I attract opportunities for wealth and prosperity everywhere I go. Say this, feel this, believe this. I attract opportunities for wealth and prosperity everywhere I go. And know that this is not arrogance, this is alignment. This is the truth of someone who has chosen to live in the energy of abundance. Someone who expects good things because they know they are worthy of good things. Someone who walks through the world with their eyes open and their heart open and their arms open to receive all the prosperity that the universe has been trying to deliver to them. And it has been trying to deliver it, my love, all this time. And it has been looking for a consciousness aligned enough to receive it. And you are becoming that consciousness right now. You are becoming the person who wealth flows toward. And it is the most natural and the most beautiful thing in the world. I want to guide you into one final visualization now, the most important one, the one that will seal everything we have explored together today into your cells, into your heart, into the deepest layers of your subconscious mind. And I want you to take a breath, a long, golden breath. And I want you to imagine yourself 1 year from now, standing in a life that has been transformed by the practice of abundance consciousness. And I want you to see it clearly, not vaguely, but with the precision of a dream you are already living. And see your financial situation as it will be when you have committed to this practice, when you have released the old beliefs and embraced the new ones, when you have changed your inner relationship with money and watched your outer reality respond. And I want you to notice how you feel in this future life. Notice the ease in your body, the lightness in your step, the quiet confidence in your eyes. Notice that you wake up each morning not with dread, but with genuine excitement and gratitude, because you know that this day holds opportunities, because you have learned, through experience, that the universe always provides, that abundance is always available, that your prosperity is your natural state. And I want you to feel the joy of giving from your overflow, of being able to bless others from your abundance, yet of living a life where financial fear is simply no longer part of your story. And in this future moment, I want you to look back. Look back at the person you were before this practice, the person who was listening to this message, and perhaps feeling a flicker of hope, but also a whisper of doubt. And I want you to send that earlier version of yourself love and compassion and encouragement, and say to them what you know to be true from where you now stand. It worked. It all worked. Every affirmation, every morning practice, every choice to believe in abundance over lack. It all worked, and it was worth it. It was so worth it. And then breathe. Breathe this future reality into the present moment. Let it be real right now. Let it be a done deal. Let your body feel it as if it has already happened. Because on the quantum level, and in the realm of energy and possibility, it has already happened. The abundant version of your life already exists. It is waiting for your consciousness to catch up with it. And every day that you practice, every morning that you fill yourself with abundance energy, you close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. And one day, sooner than you think, the gap closes entirely and you are there. You are living it. You are the miracle of your own making. I am the creator of my own abundant reality. Say this with power and with love. I am the creator of my own abundant reality. And I choose abundance. I choose prosperity. I choose wealth. I choose ease. I choose a life overflowing with all the good things that this generous universe has to offer. And I am worthy of every single bit of it. I have always been worthy. And I know this now. I claim this now. And nothing can take this knowing from me. It is mine. It is real. It is the truth of who I am. And now, my beloved, we arrive at the answer to the question that opened this journey. The question that has been living quietly inside you. Am I allowed to be rich? Am I truly allowed to be abundant? Do I deserve to have a life overflowing with prosperity and ease and financial freedom? And the answer, the real answer, the answer that the universe has been trying to deliver to you through every sunrise and every blooming flower and every breath of life-giving air, is yes. An absolute and unconditional and resounding yes. You are not only allowed to be rich, you are designed for abundance. You are made of the same stuff as a universe that is so overflowing with richness and beauty and generosity that we cannot even comprehend its full extent. And every cell in your body carries the intelligence of that abundance. Every breath you take is a gift from that abundance. Every heartbeat is a testament to a life force so generous and so committed to your existence that it has never once, not for a single moment, withheld the breath you needed to survive. And that same generosity, that same unconditional love that has been keeping you alive all this time, wants to pour into every area of your life, including your finances. It wants to see you thrive, not just physically, but materially. And it wants to give you a life of such ease and beauty and prosperity that you can pour your gifts into the world without the weight of financial worry dragging at your heels. And the only thing that has ever stood between you and that life is a belief. A small and frightened belief that was never true. And today you have released it. Today you have chosen differently. Today you have said yes to abundance, and yes to prosperity, and yes to the truth of who you are. And from this day forward, you carry this knowing with you into every morning and every opportunity and every prayer and every inspired action. And your life, my love, will never be the same. I am rich and abundant. I am rich and abundant. I am rich and abundant. Breathe this in. Let it be true. Let it be real. And let it be the foundation from which you build your beautiful and prosperous life. And know that every morning you return to this message. Every morning you fill yourself with this energy. You are making an investment in the most important asset you possess, which is your own consciousness, your own belief system, your own relationship with the infinite abundance that is always, always available to you. And if this message has shifted something in you today, if you feel different than you did when you arrived, lighter, more open, more trusting, more aligned with the prosperity that is your birthright, then please share it with the world. Post it in your stories, send it to a friend, and leave a comment that says, "Prosperity flows to me," and watch how the universe responds to that declaration. Because it will respond, it always responds, and it is always listening. It always says yes to the consciousness you offer it. And the consciousness you are offering it right now is one of abundance and gratitude and trust and openness and joy. And from that consciousness, from this beautiful and powerful place you have arrived at together with this message, everything is possible. Everything. And your most abundant life is not waiting for you somewhere in the future. It is beginning right now, with this breath, with this choice, with this knowing that you are rich and abundant and worthy and loved and held and guided and free. You are free, my love. You are so beautifully and completely free.